Join us as we explore Disney resorts today to find treats, merch, and walk a lot. We decided to park at Hollywood Studios as it tends to have less crowds than Magic Kingdom or Epcot, and most likely easier exit at night. We're able to park close to the entrance of Skyliner for easy transfer to Pop Century. While most guests are having fun in the parks, only a few guests are on the Skyliner, so we enjoyed a Skyliner car to ourselves. We had 2 stops on the Skyliner. First, the Skyliner transfer station, then we boarded another Skyliner to Pop Century. It was a quick journey, took only about 5 to 10 minutes. Once we made our way to Pop Century Skyliner station, we looked around Hourglass Lake to find it very calm, as it was not a windy day at all, only a little bit overcast, but a very nice cool day. And it's on the way to the Pop Century cafeteria. We walked by some of the giant statues of characters. In this case, I think it was from Tarzan. These are awesome character statues. They are about 3 to 4 stories tall. I think these statues are some of the things that set Pop Century apart from many other resorts at Disney. So opposite the large characters is Pop Century's main pool, and today it happened to be almost empty. Also love the giant yo-yo themed staircases to one of the buildings on the right. There's a lot of theme elements at Pop Century. Now we turn towards walking to the cafeteria. You can see the 80s and the 90s themed numbers, as well as the giant orange logo for Pop behind the trees. The recently completed remodel suggests colors and patterns from the 60s and 70s combined into one area. The new red chairs complement the brown and dark orange floors with multiple colored tabletops. The booths have new material in blue, green, and orange colors, and are definitely more comfortable to sit on than before, and it's all new material, all new cushions. It's a festive look with new light fixtures reminiscent of the 60s. The wallpaper is mostly green with simple shapes. The food ordering area includes large flat circles and some squiggly lines near the ceiling. I'm surprised he didn't include more Disney theming in the wallpaper or include more decades. One food ordering area is still under renovation behind walls. Overall, it's okay. I like the previous look better. However, I understand the updates were needed after so many years. The tree in the lobby is impressive. It's a fairly tall tree, extremely well decorated, and it's always a beautiful sight. Pop Century does a nice job with their decorations every year. You can see the merchandising section, or the gift shop, has been about a third of its usual size. There's a cookie and cider station set up near the tree, and those cookies are very good, and the cider is nice and warm, so definitely a nice touch during the holidays. Walking by the various pools on the way back to the Skyliner. Here's a directory of the resort. Those directories can be found in many very well placed locations in case you get lost. Easy to find your way back. There is the Skyliner up and running. Fortunately, the weather stayed good all day and did not have any lightning. Otherwise, the Skyliner will be stopped and everyone will be unloaded. So for clarification, what will happen is the Skyliner will rotate each car to the nearest station. Everyone will get unloaded, but no one will be allowed on the Skyliner. And they will only restart the Skyliner, to the best of my knowledge, about a half an hour after the last thunderstorm. So keep that in mind. If you are using the Skyliner and there is bad weather, including thunderstorms, you will be redirected to use a bus or some other form of transportation not affected by thunder. We made it back to Hollywood Studios, waiting on the ferry boat. stopped at the Yacht Club Lighthouse, then went to the boardwalk. This is a shipwrecked themed slide feature near the beach. We snapped some pics with the nicely decorated tree on the green. The resort activities sign is a good place to check during the day and evening activities. Also, some resorts offer s'mores and other treats. In front of the tree is a station to rent pedal cars to trek around the boardwalk. Inside the boardwalk lobby is decorated with a large tree featuring turn of the 19th century theming. Garland hung carefully from the beams. A large gingerbread house featuring Mickey and Minnie's kitchen. Across from the gingerbread house is a table with holiday treats to buy. The lobby has several circular areas to sit, with one of them featuring this large carousel model. We rode the Disney bus to Magic Kingdom Bus Depot quickly with little traffic. We walked over to the resort monorail to journey to the Poly to check out the new bar and grill which recently opened at the island resort. The monorail boarding went without any issues. It stopped for a few minutes on the way to the Contemporary due to something called monorail traffic. Interestingly enough, didn't seem to have any traffic, and a few minutes later everything resumed as normal. The monorail ride seemed okay at first. Things just seemed to move along. It stopped in the Contemporary as usual to exchange passengers. However, things would soon get delayed. Having an alternate plan is always a good idea, as delays can happen at any time. As we departed the Contemporary towards the TTC, the monorail was still okay. The separate Contemporary building is visible as we glide by. The monorail came to a stop about 500 feet from the TTC with the announcement of technical issues. After about 10 minutes and a few announcements later, the next announcement said that the monorail would roll back to the Contemporary. At this point, we started making alternate plans to journey to the Poly. If any transport is taken offline, Disney will dispatch alternate. In this case, buses. A monorail bus was dispatched to the Contemporary and another to the MK bus depot. We waited about 10 minutes at the Contemporary bus station, and then with lots of other people, we walked over to the MK bus depot. The MK only has an MK resort bus if the monorail is offline. That's something we found out during this journey. After exiting the monorail, we made our way to the gingerbread treat table and holiday display, which are next to each other at the far end of the central gift shop. The gingerbread treat table is a nice alternative to the Grand Flow since it usually has less crowds. However, they have different treats. Some are the same, some are different. After buying a Mickey-shaped cookie, we made our way to the escalators. We passed a nicely decorated regular-sized tree and took a picture of the side gift shop window. I love the window decorations when they are presented. Sadly, not all seasons get window decorations. On the first floor, near the entrance to the Steakhouse 71, is the cast member wreath contest. All the wreaths are wonderful, making it impossible for me to choose a favorite. However, others voted and one was chosen. Also, the first floor area walls display many artwork about the Contemporary. I took a few pictures to show the variety of artwork and original pictures which provide character to this area. The mid-century modern architecture is embodied in the whole building, that is the Contemporary. After waiting for the monorail replacement resort bus to arrive at the Contemporary bus station, we got impatient and walked over to the MK bus depot. We should have waited as the bus arrived a few minutes after we started walking. It was good to get some steps, so we kept walking to the MK resort bus waiting area for it to arrive in about 10 minutes. Our journey to the Poly once again back on. After one stop at the TTC, the bus arrived at the Poly with delighted guests on board. We arrived to the abundantly planted waterfall entrance of the Poly to be greeted by holiday decorations inside. We explored the gift shop looking for unique items. However, most Disney gift shops have many of the same things. Poly stands out as they have a number of unique gifts and merch as well. Some of the unique merch: a Moana top, Poly-themed ears, and this cool statue. Too bad it's not for sale. A back wall full of Poly-themed clothes, mugs, and bags. A Poly-themed wreath, also not for sale. An angry tiki put in a corner. We walked over to the Wailulu Bar and Grill, which recently opened. On the way, we saw a Moana boat play area for kids. Looks like the perfect place in the summer heat. We wanted to try some of the new menu items, so we asked for a table inside as it was a little chilly and windy outside on the patio area. While waiting for a table, we explored the new lobby to find interesting artwork suspended from the ceiling, a place to store strollers near the restaurant entrance, and otherwise an open, relaxing feel with lots of light from front and back entrances. Some lounge chairs and a display near the stroller parking offer guests a place to relax before dining. Our dining buzzer sounds, so we enter the restaurant again, welcomed by several hosts surrounded by interesting wall and ceiling art. Large Moana artwork on one side with organic-looking artwork on the other, and plastic fish suspended from the ceiling made of recycled fishing material. The restaurant is a half circle with windows on one side and the kitchen behind a decorated wall. We take our seats and inform the waiter we have many allergies, which prompts him to get the chef so we can talk directly. Once our allergy orders are taken by the chef, our waters and one Bloody Mary arrive quickly. I displayed the two menus provided. One is a regular menu and one is the allergy menu. We order one chocolate espresso cake, one Dole Whip sundae, one three shrimp appetizer, and one Bloody Mary. The menu items we will come back for in future visits. The chocolate espresso cake and the 3 shrimp appetizer are among the best we've had at Disney. The other 2 items are okay, but average. The Dole Whip is just Dole Whip with some candied bits on top, and the Bloody Mary is better at Steakhouse 71 in my opinion. I think for the kids, the Dole Whip makes sense, especially for summer. The chef and waiter double-checked everything regarding our allergies and offer suggestions about what we can have. They took great care, so we have a wonderful experience for the entire meal. The bar and grill has a view of the lake with the Contemporary on one side and the Magic Kingdom on the other. I can imagine watching the fireworks while dining or having some drinks. As we leave and head over to the Grand Flow, I grab a quick visual of the new island resort. The Grand Flow is only a few minutes walk to the main building, which has a life-size gingerbread house next to a giant Christmas tree in the middle of the atrium. Walk with views of the lake and beaches with seating and hammocks along the path. We enter the main building to view the giant tree and make our way to the gingerbread house to get in line to buy gingerbread snacks. Our favorite snacks are the chocolate-covered shingles and the allergy-friendly, gluten-free cookies. After buying treats, we wander upstairs to the gift shop and around the second floor. The gift shop has many items for sale, however most are not as unique as the merch offerings at the Poly. For a long day of walking and finding and eating treats, we wander to the MK bus depot via the monorail. Then we close out the evening by finding our car. It was another super fun resort tour with the opportunity to include a brand new resort. We can't wait to do it again, even if it's not the holidays.